What's up, health nuts? Welcome to day 3 of your deep dive, your challenge into sleep. So today we're going to talk about nutraceuticals for sleep. Nutraceuticals is a really fancy term for things that grow up out of the ground and are natural. And so in here I've got some herbs, I have some essential oils because we're just taking the plant. We're either mixing it with an alcohol to pull the natural properties that we want out of it, or else we're boiling it in an oil and getting an essential oil out of it. Or you can make teas where you're just chopping the plant up and taking it that way. Some of these come in capsules where you're literally just chopping the plant up, a dried plant, and taking it that way. And so that's all nutraceuticals. So once again, I want to remind you that you guys are the freaks and I'm the normal one. No, I totally joke about that, but this is very woo-woo. But there is, when you look into nutraceuticals and you get into the naturopathic world, and again, I 100% believe that God has given us these plants and they have an energy, they have a life to them, and we use that energy and that life to converse with our body, with the cells in our body. And so just as in chemistry, when we break the bonds between carbon and oxygen and whatnot, that releases an energy. These have a certain life to them, a certain energy, and that is why they work. And they work well because they're given to us by God. Okay? Again, I tell you, I have been really charged with a passion. I believe that this is my, my reason for life, and is to bring to you the really untold story of nutraceuticals, because so many people get sick and they go to the doctor and then they're poisoned to health. Not really. They don't really get healthy, but they're poisoned to health. And I'll go over more of that concept tomorrow. But today I really want to deep dive into herbs, and I think you'll find that it's my passion. I may talk a little bit emphatically about it, but I really love herbs, and I do believe that that is what we have been given to treat ailments with. So you'll notice I have kind of a chart here. The sedative herbs are more for the people who just really struggle to relax at night. Not in a brain way, but in a like, I just need to settle down. I need to quit doing laundry. I need to quit doing work. And I just need to settle down and go to bed. And that's what these sedatives are for. There's kind of a group and another group, and I'll go over the differences. Then we have, I call them anxiolytics. That's what we would call them in medicine. But I can't call them anxiolytics. And that brings me to a good point, that none of these have been proven effective, nor I cannot say that they treat, heal, or cure anything. And that goes into a lot of the kind of bias or corruption in medicine. It takes a lot of money to do a double-blinded placebo study. And way back when, in the Rockefeller age, there was a bill passed that said that we could not say that about nutraceuticals. Only things that are from pharmaceutical grade can we say treat, heal, or cure. So there's my legal disclosure. So anxiolytics are just anti-anxiety. So that's more for your like brain racing, can't shut your brain off. Even though I'm exhausted, I can't turn my brain off. That's what this one's for. And then adaptogens, which I'll go into a little bit, but those are a little bit to be a little careful with. So the first one that we all know chamomile, right? That's what's in sleepy time tea, or you can just get chamomile tea, and it's great for before bedtime. It's great for, I think, for weight loss, because a lot of us are looking for something to do before bed while we watch our movie. Swap your wine for some chamomile tea. So readily available, and it really is great. So it's good for tension. When I looked up the essential oils for sleep, it was one of the top 3. I only wrote the top 3 down. But if you guys are more interested in oils, if that speaks to you more, just let me know. Because I do treat with oils, essential oils. But most of the time, if you know about the plant, you just need to know what to do with the plant. So anyway, so chamomile is a flower, and it gets chopped up and made into tea. And it's great for that body tension, relaxation effect. I think we've all had chamomile tea. We know what it does to us. Linden is in the same category. As far as tension goes, it's a little bit stronger, if you will, than chamomile. And so you'll find in, like, I think it's like the yogi tea, you'll find chamomile, linden, and passion flower actually. So, but if you get a tincture for sleep, which I've linked one, they'll have typically chamomile, linden, passion flower in them. So, linden again is another plant, great for that sedative effect. I just need to relax. I just need to calm down. Lavender, I shouldn't say we all know, is the Swiss Army knife of plants. So, you know, you can use it on cuts and wounds, you can use it to relax, you can use it for, you know, pretty much anything. But so lavender is on here twice because it can be given for tension and anxiety and stress. Most people don't consume lavender, and that's why it's a little bit, you don't find it in the teas, the sleepy teas. But you can use it as an essential oil. You can get it as like a spray so that it's called aromatics. It's an aromatic, but I call it olfactory. You know, just like you put a lotion on topically, I call it olfactory because you're just taking that energy and taking it on through your nose. So, and then it reaches the synapses in your nose and goes up towards your brain, and the energy is given that way. So, again, woo-woo, but remember, you're the freak. Okay. I'm sorry. I really shouldn't call you guys freaks. You're probably like turning this off. But anyway, so lavender is really great for anxiety, stress, and tension. But again, we can't take it orally, so that's the tough part there. Okay, passion flower and red poppy, you'll notice, have sedative versus tension. And sedative is just, you know, a little bit stronger, and it's gonna really actually actively put you to sleep, whereas chamomile isn't gonna work if you don't need it to work. So passion flower and red poppy are those sedative. I always remember red poppy from the Wizard of Oz, because remember when they were like running through that poppy field and they fell asleep. So sedative, right? If they weren't tired, they wouldn't have fallen asleep if it was a field of chamomile, but it was a field of poppy, so they fell asleep. The last one, and this one kind of deserves to be on both of these, so I'm going to draw a little arrow, but I put it under the sedative effect is the CBD oil. And what that does is, if these are not working for you, it's because they do not work on your endocannabinoid system. And I'm not an expert in CBD oil. Hopefully someday I will be. But CBD and the hemp plant is the only one that works on the endocannabinoid system. And that is something that your brain produces endocannabinoids naturally. And that tells this system to turn off. And so if we're super stressed, a lot of times our brain is not producing those endocannabinoids, and CBD is about the only thing that you will find that will help that, or of course, marijuana. But CBD has been purified to take the THC out so you don't get that sort of high effect from it, and you won't test positive on drug tests with CBD oil. So CBD can be used topically or orally. Okay, the next group here is your mind racing type of herbs. So valerian root is one that I personally, if I can't sleep, this is what I need to be reaching for, not this. German chamomile, again, will relax you, but if you're like laying in bed and you're really tired and relaxed and you're just like, your mind's just, chamomile's not going to help you. Valerian root will. Valerian root helps with anxiety and stress. And you can get it in a tea form, or you can get it in a tincture. Hops, just like what beer is made of, is actually specifically for racing mind. It's very good for it. And if you want, I can get you some tinctures for it. I do not recommend drinking beer. I know you guys are all going to be like, great, I'll go drink some beer before bed. But no alcohol. No, I don't recommend alcohol before bed because it interrupts your REM sleep if you missed that one. So a hops tincture, however, would be great. Lavender, we kind of already went over. Orange, I wrote in orange because it's not typically the eating of an orange, because it's the peel, the oil that you get from the peel, that is helpful. So this is great for an essential oil for anxiety for sleep. Did you follow me there? Hopefully. The other one that I forgot to put over here is actually holy basil. I don't know why I forgot this one. Sorry. Holy basil. And holy basil is really good for muscle recovery and just recovery from a physical stress. So it would be a good in this sedative category, because we all know, like, when you are like really you've worked out really hard, you've had just a laborious day and you want to sleep for a really long time, and holy basil is really good to help you recover from that, so you don't have to sleep 10 hours to recover from it. So forgot that one. Okay, adaptogens. So adaptogens I put over here, and I really just want everybody to like take a good look at yourself and decide, why can I not sleep? Because ashwagandha, for example, is actually in my the energy supplement that I take in the morning with my B vitamins and my caffeine. And the reason for that is because ashwagandha just helps you deal with stress. So I'm the type of person who, when I get really stressed out, I get overwhelmed and I just want to go and lay in bed. I just get overwhelmed and I just want to go to bed. And so ashwagandha helps me deal with my stress, and therefore I'm able to take on my day. I have more energy. I don't feel overwhelmed. So ashwagandha gives me energy. However, there are those people out there who deal with stress by just going. My husband's that way. And so ashwagandha helps him to settle down, take that stress off so that he can relax and go to sleep. So that's why an adaptogen is really important to think of. Should I be taking this in the morning or should I be taking it at night? Ginseng is the same way. Okay, it can either rev you up or it can lower you down depending upon what you personally need. Lastly, both these are oral, teas or supplements. And lastly is oats. So oats, as in like oatmeal, is really good for what they call nervous exhaustion. That's something that I talked about on day one, when you've ignored your sleep cues for so long that you're just constantly revved up. This is really good for those ADHD kids. Or if you are just one of those types of people that just, you think you have ADHD, you've missed your sleep cues so frequently that you need some oats. The other thing that these three are really good for is major stressors. So a breakup, a death, a major stressor like that. These three are going to be really good for, but specifically oats. So that's pretty easy. Just eat some oatmeal, right? I think that's everything I have to say about herbs. I really, really hope that you guys take this to heart, because this is treatment. Tomorrow I'm going to go over the pharmaceuticals that we prescribe for sleep, and I'm going to link some of these with the pharmaceuticals, because I really want people to start thinking about making the switch. Pharmaceuticals have so many side effects, and many of these don't have any side effects. And there's a reason for that. They grow up out of the ground. We didn't come up with them. And so I just really want you, think about it. I hope you guys took notes. If not, if you really, really want to, I will make a chart of this so that you can kind of go back and say, okay, why am I not sleeping? I need one of these. Or why am I not sleeping this time? I need one of these. So hopefully you had an aha moment. I cannot wait to hear what it was. And we'll see you tomorrow for pharmaceuticals. No, I do need to talk about it, but let's move on. All right.
I am so proud of you for making it to day 3 out of 4 videos for sleep. I hope that you learned so much and can apply this tonight to your daily living and to your sleep. If you are liking these videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And once again, if you are interested in some one-on-one advice on sleep or anything to do with your health, feel free to reach out to me. I have linked my email below.